Chris Vogels builds compounds using various chemicals in a lab at Mount Allison University, calculating that one of these mixtures will show the properties he's after.
So I take starting materials, which are chemicals, and I combine those to make something brand new.
New compounds that can be used in agriculture, safer forms of pesticides and herbicides and fertilizers that will biodegrade. More active, less toxic is the key. When one compound showed promise, it ended up here in the biology lab. Felix Berlacher.
This is how we do our test. We have paper discs, those white dots here. We put our compounds on the discs, and then we add spores to the surface.
A clear circle around the compound shows that it's working to inhibit bacterial growth. Success. That sent excitement through the chemistry lab. Successes that make it to papers or patents are marked with rows of empty champagne bottles, each with a label listing the students and researchers who took part. In fact, the name of the scientist who is behind this project is Stephen Westcott. All we have is his name. He is out most of the month drumming up grants to continue his work. The search for money is always pressing. So while Chris Vogels works, the money team looks on. A group of university business students who have prepared the ground for this project.
You know, it's a learning process, but it's really interesting because these are things we can't do and that's things they can't do, and together it's an unstoppable force.
Kayla Thomason heads the group that began researching a business plan. They report back to their professor as they wade through everything from emerging trends and corporation and reams of government regulations.
Especially when it's green, because that's really like an emerging market. So they're trying to really promote it, but at the same time they're trying to promote it properly. And so they want to make sure that there's proper regulations in place.
And we looked at the traditional pesticide market to see who the most important players are, and we also look at the greener pesticides that are developing.
They are quickly learning it's not easy to be green.
How green are they, and if they're actually green enough to be considered green? So there's kind of some controversy over what the level is.
There's one in there that's a white solid. Here's a white solid.
They also came up with a name for their new company.
The sustainable green side of our business, and that's really something we wanted to emphasize. So we went for SUSTAINACHEM.
And the bottom line? A projected profit in its third year. Would you invest in it?
Yes, I would personally invest in this business.
I definitely would invest, yeah.
Yes, I would.
We are SUSTAINACHEM Solutions.